because it was really life-changing.
Yeah, so you incorporated founder mode before it was cool.
Yes, I was already founder moding before everyone else was.
There you go. Hi, I'm Han.
And I'm Hahnbee.
And we're the co-founders of Mintlify. We just raised our Series B, and we wanted to answer some of the common questions that people ask about us. All right, Hahnbee, what is the most important thing that you learned from being in Pivot Hell?
Learn from your failures. Make sure that if you're deciding to move on from a product, that you're really reflecting and making sure that you don't make the same mistake twice.
Agreed. Cool.
All right. When did you first realize that Mintlify was going to be bigger than a docs product?
Ooh. Since the beginning, we have always imagined it to be bigger than a docs product. To us, it's a means to an end to solve a bigger problem, which is about empowering developers.
Totally.
What is the best advice you have for others to get to a Series B?
Don't index too much on the fundraise. Just focus on results, focus on serving your customers, and the rest will fall in place.
Nice. Great advice.
How did you decide on A16Z and Salesforce Ventures?
A16Z, we've had the fortune of working since our Series A, of course. And over the past year and a half, just have been incredible partners, to the company, to ourselves as founders, and to our journey overall. And for Salesforce Ventures, it was a lot of synergies, a lot of shared customers, portfolio companies that we realized really just has a lot of things in common with us. Okay, what is a decision that you made early on that still shapes how Mintlify operates today?
Every engineer, when they join the team, they are expected to ship a PR on day one. And we've done this since engineer number one. And so we do this to really set an expectation that we should be shipping fast, shipping early, and shipping often.
Yeah, no matter how small.
What do you think will be the future of software engineering?
Wow. I think a lot of the soft skills that previously didn't define software engineering, like knowing how to build a good product, talking to users, are going to matter 10x more, while the hard skills like writing code is going to go down a lot less. What is your most vivid YC memory?
I had the fortune of being at Brian Chesky's talk where the birth of founder mode happened.
The birth of founder mode.
Yeah, and I was raving about founder mode for like a month or two before the founder mode essay came out. And it felt really good when it came out, and I was like, this is what I was talking about, because it was really life-changing.
Yeah, so you incorporated founder mode before it was cool.
Yes, I was already founder moding before everyone else was.
There you go.
What's a feature you shipped but killed?
When MCPs came out, we initially thought it was a good idea to build a marketplace for MCPs called MCPT. And that did not work for an infinite number of reasons that we've written about in our blog. And so if people are curious, they can read all about it. But we sunset a lot of things. A lot of things don't work, and people don't realize that, on the path of things that did, 5 or many others didn't make it. And it's totally normal and part of the journey. Wow. What's your favorite thing about the team at Mintlify?
Regardless of the role, I would say that everyone is a builder at heart. Everyone is really looking to solve problems and provide solutions as opposed to just complaining about problems. So there's a high degree of ownership and responsibility that I believe everyone upholds within the team. What do you look for in the first few minutes of talking to a candidate?
Ooh. Intentionality, clarity of thought, culture fit, and low ego. What is the best developer tool of all time?
I think it has to be Claude Code.
It has to be. It has to be.
Okay. What is the best piece of customer feedback that actually changed the product?
A lot of things come to mind, but I have to say the favorite is definitely the lms-full.txt protocol, which funny enough was initially just a suggestion from Anthropic, who like came up with the name ad hoc, was like, oh, there's LLMs text, why don't you do LLMs full? And turns out LLMs full today is much more useful and much more popular, but it was really just this random idea that kind of came by from, I think, just like, one of the engineers there. And so funny how, kind of things then eventually becomes the standard. What is the best interview question to ask a candidate?
I really like to ask explain something to me in a minute or two. And what this question does is basically see how detailed somebody can get about any random topic. And like, honestly, like it kind of breaks the ice a little bit too if they're talking about something that they're passionate about. And it's interesting seeing how people think about things like outside of the context of work even. What is the best late night snack?
I love a good charcuterie board, and so I make myself on way too many occasions at night like a charcuterie board, and I have to say that's both the best and the worst. Okay, Hahnbee, what is the best thing about working with your co-founder?
Oh, okay. I really like the way that Han simplifies things, and this means when people can over-engineer things or just overcomplicate things when making a decision, and I feel like Han has a really good way of just seeing things from first principles.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Last question. What is your best piece of pre-raise advice?
Pre-raise advice. I'll give two. The first one is that I think it's really important to build a lot of connections with potential investors before the actual fundraise. I certainly wish we did that a lot better for this fundraise. And I think it's a common advice that founders give that not a lot of founders follow. And again, I think we should have done that a little bit better. Number two is talk to other founders. The fundraising experience is often very daunting for founders, especially younger and more or less experienced ones like us. And oftentimes getting advice from other founders who've done it and been there before kind of helps level the playing field a little bit.
We got it.
Cool.
Anything else?
Oh, and we're hiring, by the way.